Hey, how y'all doing today? Welcome back. Welcome back to my channel, The Cheryl Hubbard Show. So glad to see you. Glad you can join me today. Glad you can be here. Glad to see you. Welcome to The Cheryl Hubbard Show. So I want to say first, first giving honor to God. God, I want to thank you for being in my life. Thank you for waking me up this morning, starting me on my way. Thank you, God, for the many blessings that you have brought into my life, God. I want to thank you for my family, my friends, YouTubers, you viewers out there viewing my channel. I want to pray for you, pray for your families, pray for me and my family. This coronavirus, this is something that we have never seen before, and it just seems like it's just unbelievable. It's just unbelievable, you can't go outside, and it's just really something. But I want to venture off of that today. And what I want to do, I just want to talk about business and technology, and then I want to showcase a few trends in technology that is very important in the workplace. But I know a lot of people are off from work now and home. I'm home right here in my office / studio, so I'm in the process of uh, buying more equipment, machinery, or whatever I need, for my office. So what I want to do, I want to get ready to start I want to talk about business first. What I want to do, I want to get ready to start me a lip gloss business. I want to probably do lip gloss. I want to make my own. I want to make my own lip gloss. I want to I want to make my own lip gloss. Just a little juice today. hmm I want to make my own lip gloss. Because I've been watching a lot of YouTube channels. A lot of young ladies. I'm very proud. I'm very proud of them, and it's very inspirational. I've been keeping up on a daily basis. So it seems like something, I have that would be an option. I want to make my own lip gloss. Either that, I might want to do t-shirts. I want to market t-shirts with my own brand. My logo, my brand, my website, email, address and everything on the back of my t-shirts. Then I want to get into probably I might do eyelashes. I might have my own eyelash line. I want to call my brand. I wanted to call CW Cosmetics, and so that should be coming soon. So if it's not CW Cosmetics, I might, that's just the first name I want to throw out there. But it might not have that. I might not have that name. I may have another name, but CW Cosmetics. That's my first and my last name, Cheryl Walker. Cheryl Walker Cosmetics. So I just say CW Cosmetics. And so I want my own eyelash line, make my own lip gloss. I might deal with some t-shirts with my branding on it. I want to slowly build my brand, build up my customer base. I just want to do a little more research and, write out my business plan / marketing plan. And I do want to bring technology into my business. I want to make sure I have the right technology, the right information technology to bring in information into my company, because I definitely am going to need uh, to have the proper technology so I can have that information. I need that information. I need that information coming into my business so I can know how to proceed in the future, how to complete my day-to-day operations. I need information. I need information about my competitors. I need information about my customers, suppliers, manufacturers. I need all kinds of information. When you're running a business, you need all kinds of information. You never know what kind of information you're going to need. So I need that information technology. I need an information system. I need information systems. I need more than one, maybe. Stay afloat in this day and time, and so I need basically I want to choose my business name. First of all, I want to write out my marketing plan / business plan. And then I have an idea. I have an idea what type of business I want to run. I definitely have an idea. It probably will be product based. It won't be service based. So product based. So in other words, I have my business name. I have so it'll be a product based business. Probably retail, lip gloss, making, whatever I choose, and getting the proper licenses, LLC. I saw a video today also, but let me finish this first. Okay, first I said business name, business, in other words, marketing plan. First of all, you already have your idea. My idea would be retail sales, uh, marketing plan, business plan, and then you have, you choose your business name, obtaining the proper licenses, target marketing. Who are you going to target, and where are you going to target? Are you going to target social media platforms? Then I might want to find other ways to target my customers. So what if the network is down and you don't have access to internet? Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. What if you don't have access and the network is down? You don't have access. So those are the things a lot of business people. Those are the things we as business people should think about. So how are we going to keep in touch with our customers? Potential customers. What if the network is down? Network is down, and well, I guess it's by telephone. I guess you have all your customers' phone numbers. You won't be able to send no email, but I mean, you have your cell phone. You should be able to get your email through your cell phone, but if the network, your Wi-Fi is down in your home or in your office, you can't reach your customers. But you always had a telephone. You have telemarketing, so you have that, and so in other words, you have your name, your business license. You already know who you're going to target. Where you're going to target your customers. You want to build your brand. You want to build a strong, trustworthy, quality brand, quality product. Something that your customers can trust. You want to build that trust up in your customer. You want to do things for your customer. In my opinion, my business, I don't want to just make the customer feel that they gotta purchase all the time. Sometimes you can't, bum rush your customers and make them feel, oh, I just want you to buy. I want you to buy. I want you to buy. I want you to buy. No, but you have to give back. What is your you should know. We should know as a business owner. We supposed to know what is our social responsibility. You always want to be socially responsible to give back to your community. Not just concentrate on, oh, I want to see what they're going to buy. I want to see what they're going to buy. But sometimes we got to see what can we do for the customer. What can we do for the customer and not have to worry about them purchasing all the time. A lot of times, sometimes, customers might not have money all the time. What can we do for the customers? What can we do to build stronger communities? What can we do? What can we do as business owners to build stronger communities? Giving back to the community, giving back to society. Some companies have, giveaways, discounts. Yeah, giveaways. So I would definitely like to do a lot of those giveaways, maybe once a month. Have a contest, have a raffle, have something that you can give back to your customers. So building a business, building that strong brand, something, because when I think about Apple computers, HP computers, Target, Walmart, all these franchises, McDonald's, Wendy's, all those companies have built a strong, trusting brand. When you go to McDonald's, and you already know how the food gonna taste, so you don't have to worry about being skeptical about, you don't have to worry about being skeptical about how the food is gonna taste. So you don't have to worry about that. So you.
What are the 7 biggest technology trends?
So let's talk about the technology trends for 2020. You want that information. You need that technology.
Hi, I'm Bernard Ma,
And in this video, I want to look at the key technology trends. As a business and technology futurist, I get asked this question all the time.
See, the business and technology go hand in hand.
And people in those
Because
businesses.
as a business, you definitely you don't want your competitors to have more technology, more updated technology than you have.
That will come out next
You
year.
can't get nothing done without technology.
Every year is to look ahead just 1 year and say, okay, what is going to happen next year?
What's going to happen next year? What type of technology? You know, there's so many
let's look at the 7
different forms of technology. That's why they had the smart houses.
The first trend is
smart businesses,
intelligence as a service.
Artificial intelligence as a service.
I talk about artificial intelligence and machine learning and how this completely transforms
artificial intelligence, machine learning.
What I see is, and I've just, as you might have seen my most recent book, Artificial Intelligence in Practice, where I look at how 50 companies are now using AI and machine learning in practice. So what we're seeing is companies are starting to apply this technology and it's starting to change our businesses. However, what I see is that lots of businesses still see developing their own AI infrastructure as a really expensive proposition. So what is happening now is that more and more organizations use AI as a service. This basically means I can now go to companies like Google, like Amazon, like Microsoft, and simply say, I would like to apply artificial intelligence to my processes. I've got some data that I can use to train my machine learning algorithms, and they can then supply the algorithms, they can supply the infrastructure, and you simply pay as a service. And this is a massive trend and one that is going to get bigger in 2020. So for me, the first trend, artificial intelligence in general, will make a big impact on businesses. We will get used to working alongside AIs, but in particular, the as a service offering will make a real.
So basically, artificial intelligence, computers, digital.
Trend number 2 is 5G. This basically is the 5th generation of mobile networks. So this means you've probably seen the evolution from 3G to 4G
to 5G, faster network
connectivity on our mobile phones. On 4G, you can now easily watch videos.
Right.
What 5G will do is it will accelerate this. It will give us speeds that are very similar to
faster speed, 5G network,
high-speed internet connections into our
highest speed internet connections.
Yeah. It will reduce the latency, so everything will be a lot faster, and it will make those connections more reliable.
Right. This has more reliable connections, faster internet speed.
Are 5G enabled that can easily stream music and videos, but for businesses, especially connecting machinery, for self-driving cars, all of these devices, all these Internet of Things, smart devices need reliable, fast connectivity to push data forwards and backwards from the cloud. And this is going to, and 5G is going to make a massive difference in all of this. What we're currently seeing is that this is starting to be rolled out. So we see this in inner cities of major capitals. We see this in confined areas. But in 2020, we will see much wider coverage, and we will see costs of 5G connectivity going down. So we will have not only better connected mobiles, less reliant, we'll become much less reliant on fiber connections into our houses and into our homes. But we can simply use the 5G network to have amazingly fast and reliable internet connectivity everywhere and be able to transfer data everywhere.
And that's very important when you're running business.
What I do as a business futurist is I help businesses understand what
5G network
and 5G
more reliable network, and that is very important for businesses.
Helping them to understand what this means for offering completely new products and services, improving their internal processes, connecting machines,
companies, that's good for companies.
A massive trend. The third trend to look at is autonomous driving.
Right.
Again, this is a trend I have spoken about a lot.
Cars that drive by themselves without,
transport and autonomous driving.
No.
Elon Musk, the CEO of Tesla, has basically said that by the end of 2019, he will have his cars, the Teslas, will be completely autonomous.
I know Uber does that too.
Hopefully we'll see by 2020 that those cars will be on the road, being able to drive anywhere completely autonomously.
Right. No.
Currently, we're still seeing lots of
Scary.
issues around regulation, lots of issues around infrastructure. But if 5G comes along, we won't have those infrastructure issues anymore. And I can see self-driving cars everywhere.
Self-driving
When I
cars.
talk about autonomous driving, it's not just completely self-driving cars. It's also that we've seen evolution towards that. So steps taken. For example, we now have cars that have lane assistance, so they will watch where you're driving and they help you to switch lanes, and cars that will brake automatically and detect hazards. So this is going to happen more and more. Again, it's not just cars. We now have self-driving ships, self-flying drones, and robot delivery. So where I live in Milton Keynes, we have the Starship robots that now deliver my Amazon parcel. They deliver my local shopping. So we'll see more autonomous driving as a massive trend in
the technology is advancing so fast.
Is predictive and precision medicine.
We're
currently seeing is this complete transformation of healthcare and medicine, where technology is making a really big difference. So recent advances in Internet of Things technology, so smarter devices, in addition to artificial intelligence and some real breakthroughs in genomics, mean that we can now have much more predictive capabilities. Just think about things like the Apple Watch. There was recently been an article that the Apple Watch could potentially extend someone's life by 2 years because it can monitor your heart conditions, it can give you warnings. And this is going to happen more and more, that we will have more smart devices helping to monitor us. And we will have the development of genomics that help us to target treatment specifically to you. So the healthcare system, doctors will be able to detect what your genetic makeup is, and then they can find treatment that will work best for you, deliver the best outcomes for you as an individual. And we see massive advances. So again, I've recently written about some of the latest trends in medicine and healthcare, so you can explore this further on my website. My fifth trend for 2020 is computer vision. Again, this has been on my radar for a number of years, but we are seeing real acceleration in this at the moment, where we now have amazing capabilities of machines that are able to recognize what is on a photograph. They can now recognize things in video footage. And
that's something new right there, computer vision.
Which is making a big impact. We now have devices like the latest iPhones that use Face ID, so basically a face recognition,
recognition
to allow you to log on in terms of security. But we'll see massively new advances. We've seen this recently in companies that operate in China, some taxi operators, or Didi, the competitor to Uber in China. They're now using face recognition technology in their vehicles to recognize
facial recognition. That's good. That'll keep when they recognize your face, and you know that's a great security measure.
Stores where they use face recognition.
Especially, they won't, nobody will be able to get into your computer or your phone, your cell phone, because they have to wait till they see your face.
And the system will charge
wait till they see your face to log in.
This is technology that will evolve very fast in 2020, and is something every company needs to watch out for. My sixth trend for 2020 is extended reality. I've recently done a few videos on this. Subscribe to the channel if you never
extended reality.
Or head to my website where I have a complete section on extended reality. Basically, what we're seeing is 3 different types. We see virtual reality, where we completely immerse ourselves into the digital world using headsets, or we have augmented reality, where we overlay things onto the real world using computer screens or glasses. And
Or
with
extended
mixed
reality,
overlay
virtual reality,
object
augmented
into
reality.
the real world, like a hologram, and we are able to interact with this. And what we've recently seen is that technology is evolving so fast in this space.
Yes,
so
it is.
Microsoft has just released their latest HoloLens, a mixed reality headset that is probably leading edge. We're seeing augmented reality being used by companies to try things out. I've recently done a few videos on this, talking about how companies like Rolex are now using this technology to allow you to use your phone screen to basically try out Rolex watches using augmented reality. This whole idea of try before you buy will make a big impact and will definitely go mainstream in 2020. And my seventh trend for 2020 is blockchain technology. In the news, we hear a lot about Bitcoin and its price going up and down. When I talk about blockchain, I don't necessarily talk about the Bitcoin cryptocurrency. I talk about the business applications of blockchain. And lots of those are probably not traditional blockchains. They're more what I call distributed ledgers. So they're not completely distributed, but they're run by a number of companies. So we have the benefits of blockchain technology, but not necessarily some of the downsides. And what we've seen in this year is that companies like FedEx and companies like Walmart and MasterCard are heavily investing into blockchain technology. And then, of course, in 2020, we will see the launch of Facebook's Libra cryptocurrency coin. Again, a collaboration with other organizations like Uber and Spotify that will all be part of this. So we will see blockchain technology as a major technology trend. And again, on my website, you can find tons of articles explaining all the background on blockchain, on Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies if you're interested in this, or browse my channel where I have lots of examples on this too. So those are my 7 trends. Hopefully they're useful. I believe very much that every individual needs to get to grips with these 7 trends to be ready.
So that's good. That's 7 technology trends. So as I was saying, just wanted you all to hear that. What I said, most dangerous technology trends. But you're running your business, you need that technology. You need the latest technology. Because companies, companies that don't have that latest technology will be left behind. It's just like you running a business and you have, you may need a cash register. You may need that nice computer, So if you're running a business and you got the old computer and you still running Windows 95 and everybody else running Windows 10, so I think Windows 10 is the latest one. So, you can't be left behind like that because you won't be able to get nothing done. You still running on a Windows 95 operating system. So what kind of work can you get done? What kind of work can your employees get done? They can't get no type of work done or try to operate a business on, trying to operate a business on technology that's, outdated. So you have like I said, your cash register. You have a cash register. You need a cash register that is going to be up to date. It needs to do what you need it to do. You don't want an old cash register. Then Mr. Jones down the street in his business, he got the latest 2020 cash register, and you still using cash register from 1992. And then you in the middle of your employees. They're in the middle of waiting on a customer, and then the daggone thing won't do. The cash register won't do what you needed to do, and then you got a whole line. You got a line from the front to the back of the store because the cash register acting up now. The cashier, she has to wait until manager comes out until that holds up business. So like I said, you had to, have to keep up to date with the latest technology. You need your printers, you need your up to date computers, your up to date cash registers, whatever you need. If your company, you have company iPhones or you have company Android phones, whatever technology you using that you need, whatever technology you need, uh, to keep your business up to date. So yeah, so 'cause most businesses that I have been in, I see a lot of them, they do have up to date technology because I see, the employees, they're working on most up to date, but I'm just saying, you never know. Some businesses out there might not be as advanced as other companies. You don't have to be a computer company, but you still want that computer, you want that nice computer. You want to keep up with the latest technology, or at least you don't want to be too far behind. I mean, even if you have if your company is running 2018, computer they using that you all purchased in 2018, that's still not too bad. But you don't want to go too far back, and then your competitors, they are able to keep up with the employees, customers, manufacturers, suppliers. Yeah, you keep up with your competitors. What are your competitors doing? You might need to do some research. You might have somebody working on your staff that does the research. Somebody may work in an accounting department. In an accounting department, they're definitely going to need updated technology. Information technology. They need that proper technology to, you have to do those. They have to do those accounting books. You might have a bookkeeper. You might have a accountant. You might have somebody working in human resources. They need the proper computers. They need the proper technology to bring that information in. Without information coming in, those information systems, you had to get them systems together. So I know when I was taking my classes down Strayer University, the teacher always told us, he said, when y'all come in, every day y'all come in class, I want y'all to bring me a new trend, bring me a new technology trend. So we had to bring it in, we had to do our research, and when we went to class, we had to have that different, however, as long as it was new, it was different. You can't go in into the class and bring the same trend that you brought the day before. So we had to bring updated trend. Each classmate had to bring that, or each student, each student had to bring that new technology trend in, and then you have to, you know, stand up and explain it. Stand up and explain it. What was the technology trend that you brought in, Miss Hubbard, and explain it. What is it used for? So that was a way for the teacher to keep us doing our research. It allowed us to do our research and learn at the same time, learn all the new technology devices as they came out. So that was a good thing. So my major was information systems, so that's why I always try to keep up with the technology trends. Do my research. I still do research. I still do writing. So that was one of the things the teacher always had us to do. And then he would, explain things to us, according to the curriculum. But that is what he had us to do every class session. He come in here, everybody bring in a new technology trend, and then you just explain it to the class. So I think that was a good homework assignment. And then in my accounting class, we did I think the first class I took was like introduction to accounting. So we did our basic debits and credits. So at first we learned about, we learned the different terms. We learned what an asset was, what accounts receivable was, accounts payable, accrued interest, accrued revenue. We learned payables. yeah, well, accounts payable, accounts receivable. We learned about we learned all the assets. We learned you have your building, lands, office supplies. Learned all those terms. So when we get ready to take it to the T account, we know that helped us learn. They helped us learn about learn how to learn actually which accounts we debit on the left for increase, credit on the right for decrease, and which accounts we probably credit on the right. Some accounts you credit on the right for increase, like accounts payable. And the accounts payable, I will credit on the right for increase. But on the when it comes to the cash T account, I want to debit on the left for increase. See, so it's different. But when it comes on an asset account, we want to debit on the left for increase. But when it comes to a liabilities account, we want to credit on the right for increase. So I might do some more accounting, tutorials. I didn't feel like pulling out the blackboard today, but I might do some more accounting tutorials. So we learned about, so that was in the beginning. We learned the terms. Assets equals liabilities plus owner's equity. That is the initial accounting equation. So we learned that. Then we learned the other terms, different terms. So I don't have a listing of them now, but just thinking off the top of my head, I would say, I had the cash account. We had the supplies account. We had a land account. We had a building account. Those are all assets. And then we have, like I said, accounts receivables, accounts payables, interest, accrued interest, accrued revenue. We had it's a whole lot of different accounts. So, but we learned about we learned the definitions of those first, and then we moved to the T accounts, and then we moved to just like regular problem solving. Problem solving. And we might say something like Sally invested 50,000 in her business. Sally invested 50,000 in a business. So what I would do, I would debit cash. I make a T account. I want to debit cash on the left side for increase, and credit owner's equity on the right for increase. See, so we increase both accounts, but they'll be on different sides. So I want to increase on the cash, increase in the cash T account, increase the cash T account on the left side, and then I want to increase owner's equity on the right side. And then say for instance I wanted to go take out so I put so what did I say 50,000. So I invested 50,000. I had 50,000 in my business. So I want to go buy some office supplies. So I would, if I want to purchase some office supplies, I had 50,000 in my equity. I want to take debit office supplies. So I want to purchase office supplies. So that means I'm gaining an asset. So when I purchase office supplies, I'm gaining an asset. I'm gaining an asset. So that will be, so say for instance, I want to buy $20,000 worth of office supplies. I want to debit my office supplies T account, and then I want to credit my cash because it's going to come out the cash. I want to credit my cash T account. 20,000. So I want to debit office supplies 20,000 because I purchased the asset, office supplies. It becomes an asset. I want to debit office supplies on the left side and credit cash on the right side for 20,000 because I had to pay for the office supplies and it's coming out of my cash account. So just a couple little examples, so I can think off the top of my head. And those are two just simple little transactions. And then one other simple transaction, say for instance I have that I took out 20,000 for I just took out 20,000 for office supplies, and I had 50,000 worth of equity in my business, so I had 30,000 left. But now I want to withdraw. I want to create a withdrawals account, so I have to make a withdrawals account. I have to make a T account for withdrawals. And I had 30,000 left in equity in my business, but I want to withdraw 10,000. So I want to debit my withdrawals account on the left side. and then it's still coming out my cash account. Then I want to credit my cash account on the right side for $10,000, and it still gives me 20,000 balance of equity in my business. 20,000 left out of 50,000, but and it's like that. hmm So every transaction affects two accounts. So when I use my Blackboard, I always make two T accounts, because unless you have I think they call it a double entry. If it affects more than two accounts, then it's called a double entry. So, I mean, accounting, and when I first started taking accounting, and I came home, I was so frustrated. I was frustrated, and I ain't never know nothing about no accounting, never heard of it. And I think they offered in high school, but I don't know. I didn't even see it on my curriculum in high school. But when I went to Strayer University, and accounting was on I took managerial accounting too. So, and then I had to take accounting twice. I had to take a basic accounting, like the beginners course. I took that twice. Then I took managerial accounting. So that's like, I mean, it's two classes, but I had to take the first one twice because I didn't quite understand the first one, so they had me take it over so I can graduate. And my husband, he already knew, because he already had his business degree. So he already knew all about business and accounting and all that. So I picked up, on his lead, because he was like, honey, you can take, he said, well, I'll help you study, but he said, you can, why don't you change your major to business administration, because I had started out doing office administration of UDC right here in Washington, D.C. He said, no, honey, you should be doing business administration. So that's where I changed over to business administration. And because when I met him, he had his business license, occupancy permit, he had inventory was on fleet, and he has furs and silk suits and all kinds of men, women, children, clothing items. And so, a lot of times you can learn from somebody that's close around you, your family, friend, your husband, your man, whoever. Sometimes you learn when you're in relationships. You learn from each other. You help each other. You communicate. You learn from each other. You grow together. If you with somebody and you can't learn nothing from them, and then what you with them for? So, really. So I want to learn from you. You learn from me. We grow together. You grow together. Then in the beginning, you want to ask yourself, what do we want from each other? What do we want from each other? What do we want from each other? What do you want from me? What do I want from you? Your relationship or someone else's relationship, I wouldn't know, but those are the things that you communicate in the beginning. You have to know what the other person wants, because some people might not want to get married. Some people don't want children. Those are the things that you have to find out in the beginning. So don't waste your time. Do not waste your time. Because I know a friend of mine, she lives upstairs in my building, but I'm not going to give her name, but she was dealing with this guy, and he, they talked about it in the beginning. He had already told her, he already been married once, and he don't want to get married. He don't want to get married, and so he told her, he already specified that in the beginning, but I guess it still was kind of upsetting to her. So they're not together right now, but I guess that was a little upsetting to her. But she knew it in the beginning. So sometimes when you know things in the beginning, you really can't let yourself get upset. So she already knew, because he told her that, hey, you know what? I've been married before. I don't want to get married again. So ladies, gentlemen, let each other know what you want out of the relationship, so no one would be hurt. So, just say, just speak on that a few. I don't want to go deep into this relationship type of thing. So let's get back to this technology and business. So bringing in those information systems, creating those information systems, technology, whatever information system you need, technology information systems. I need, a lot of business because technology, everybody's into technology. I get fascinated when I think about the latest technology. So I definitely get fascinated when I think about the latest technology because I'm the type of person, if I had my way, I have all the new technology devices right here. I have all the technology devices right here in my home. But I don't have that type of money, but I do have my computers. But I do want to get. I had an all-in-one printer. You can print, you can fax, copy, print, fax, and I think it was it three? I think you can copy, you can print, and you can fax. I think that's it. I think that's all it did. But so and then let me see, new products, expand your brand, the bougie way. Okay, let's okay, so I said I was talking about, starting my lip gloss business. So I said I was gonna start my lip gloss business. So let's go and see over here. L and so what I want to do is show you how they, put the lip gloss, you put your, you mix your ingredients and your base, your oils, whatever oils you need, your color, whatever color you want, whatever color you want to use, So you see how to make pink butterfly lip gloss. And see lip gloss wholesale inventory haul. Okay, let's go right here. So, you running your business, I don't know if you need a whole lot of technology. I don't know if you need. I mean, I guess if you're running a lip gloss, you run a lip gloss business, you probably have whatever technology in your firm that you want. You might not need a whole lot of big technology devices, but you're making orders. You have to print out your what you call it you have to print out your labels.
Lip gloss, and let's just get straight into the video. So first, you obviously want to clean your table with, Clorox or Lysol, whatever you have.
See, you have to do your labels. You have to print out your labels. You have to, keep up with your customers. So you need some type of technology. That's why I say, basically, in any business, you definitely need some type of technology. It don't have to be the biggest, like a big mainframe or a big supercomputer. See, she's making her. Cleaning her table off.
Once again, this
with your gloves on.
Purposes.
Mm-hmm.
And I got these gloves.
So it's business. So technology. I want to have my computer. I want to have my computer information system. My technology that I have my customer orders to fill. I have to keep up with my competitors. So it's a lot that you have to do. So if you just have one nice information system, information technology system,
for $1
then
at Dollar Tree. So
you have other things. So you need your gloves, you need your bowls. You have to keep all your counters and everything clean.
Versagel from tkptrading.com.
That's the base that they put the base in first.
$6.
The base in first.
I had done this video on TikTok and I did the lip gloss first there.
It's called Illy Cosmetics.
Showing you guys how to do it. And then later on in the video, I'm going to be showing you guys where to get the products that I used to do this lip gloss.
So you put the base in and then put the color in.
On TikTok, and while you are at it, follow me on TikTok as well.
So everything you want in you probably have to put some oil in there too, whatever type of oil. Sometimes they use grapeseed oil or what's that? I don't know if they use castor oil. Probably. I mean, I guess you could because you have to use whatever ingredients to keep your lips moisturized and healthy. So then you have the squeeze them in the tubes.
Alright, so sorry that it looks a little bit dirty, but this happens when you are doing lip gloss. It gets a little bit messy. This is why you have to have
Things get a little
a
messy.
clean environment, not only because of that, but you have to have paper towels and gloves because you can get dirty. But it's
Yeah,
also
so
preventative.
having the right ingredients to make your gloss. Have your computer technology, your computer technology devices, and they call it technology information system.
How exactly
You need that. You need, like I said, you have to.
And I'm just gonna be pouring it on top.
You have to print out your customer receipts. You have to print out your customer labels.
Just basically adding more.
You have to print out whatever you have to print out. You might have to, receipts or whatever you need to print out, but you need that technology.
So now I'm gonna be using this coconut oil. Sorry for the label, but a lot of oil got on it.
You need that technology because you have things to do. You have to have, you definitely have, when it comes to business, you need, they always say, really don't start your business until you have everything that you need.
So a lot
everything
of
you need. You
need
your,
there is no measurements
business licenses,
but if you think about it, if let's say
your business name, your license, all your inventory.
1 cup.
All your inventory, your target market. Who are you going to target? Where are you going to target your customers?
Pour it onto my bowl. If you think about it, then I will be losing Versagel because the Versagel, some of it is going to be stuck to the cup.
So just stirring it and stirring it to make sure it's not too thick.
Especially when you are doing
it has that, certain consistency that you want, So when you put it in the tubes, it won't be too thick.
Basically, there is no measurement to this. You just basically add depending on the consistency that your customers or you like.
So once you start, once you start selling to your customers, and you would know what they expect, what they are used to getting from you, the type of product they're used to getting from you.
One cap is because I've measured it.
This right here,
being careful with measurements
helps you create a quality product, because that's very important. You don't want to have no lip gloss that you selling to your customers and it's not what the customer want. So she had to keep stirring and stirring until it has the consistency and thickness that she wants.
So now you're gonna be putting some glitter onto your lip gloss. This is totally optional.
And it depends on what type of lip gloss you want that you're making. Because you might have she put glitter on this one.
So you can purchase them as
but all the tubes, some of them may be different. Some of them just may be plain.
Butterflies.
Then you have different colors, Different colors. You might have red lip gloss, tan.
Now I'm going to be mixing everything up, and you do not want to add too much butterflies. I feel like I did, but it's okay. And
that seems like that's thick enough to get squeezed into the tube.
And until everything is mixed completely. So I feel like I was going way too fast on the mixture. You want to go a little bit slower than this. I always forget. So yeah. And now we're going to be using this pigment. This is a pink pigment from TKB Trading. The label came off, so I don't know what this is called. Sorry guys. But you can just purchase it off from TKB Trading and just look up pink pigment.
That's why the oil that she's putting in.
And I'm just going to be adding a little bit more of the coconut oil.
Coconut oil. Because you can use coconut oil, grapeseed oil, castor oil.
No, I did not, because I forgot.
So when I do mine, when I get into mine, I probably get ready to create me some videos too of me making some, making my my lip gloss tubes, so I would probably, I'm still in my research stage. so I can see what type of oils and what all the ingredients that I need. I know I need the base, I need the grapeseed oil or whatever type of oil, then I'm gonna need the pigmentation for the color, whatever color lip gloss that I'm gonna be making. So that looks like that may fill up maybe 2 tubes, So, that look like they may fill 2 tubes.
So now you want to go ahead and use your syringe. And this was a little bit hard because the butterflies kept getting stuck. So if that happens to you, just use a spoon or whatever you're using for mixture and just place the
So she
Versigel
put it in the tube
without sucking it. But I like to suck it because it's just so much easier and faster process. So yeah.
And so when you're making, products like this, it's gonna be messy, sticky. So
now you want to get your pipette.
like you said, put your what you call paper towels and everything. See how they put it in a tube.
At the end, so it wasn't reaching all the way to the bottom. But this is basically why you want to cut your pipette to be able to reach all the way to the bottom of your lip gloss tube.
Yeah, so that is, so starting a business, depending on what type of business you want to. I mean, this interests me, but I don't know if that would be my final choice as far as a business, I had to do a little more research so I can make sure I have all the ins and outs. Do a little more research. And then I had to think about a business name, where I'm going to target my customers at, business name, proper licenses. How many licenses do you need? I know you need you have to pick your name, you want to claim your name and, pay for your license for that. Then you have to have an operating license, because I know I had an LLC before, but I dissolved it because I went the LegalZoom way, but I'm not going that way next time. They try to charge too much, they want 600 and something just to help me claim, well, basically help me put a hold on my business name. They were charging 600. Then they wanted to outsource another company and pay them $90 so they can do the research to find out what other licenses I needed. And I'm like, I could have called Consumer Regulatory Affairs and found that out myself, which I did. I talked to them on the phone. And they wanted to outsource another company. Actually, they did outsource another company because they sent me an email. And they said, well, I said, well, they want to pay y'all $90 just to look and see whatever type of licenses I need. I could have did that myself. All I had to do was make a phone call. So then, I really enjoyed all that. And I just, let them know that I was dissolving the business.
You want to do this? Not only that,
clean up your table after you finish, so that type of business is a very sticky process. A very sticky business, if you know what I mean. But, it's, I look at YouTube all the time. I see a lot of young ladies have really,
so now I'm gonna place all my
they really show great interest.
Onto the table.
See how they make it
and basically what I'm gonna do is clean one by one. And we're just
clean them before she put her labels on. When they put the labels on, they look real nice. There's so many places you get your labels done. We have Vistaprint. I think Fiverr. I know Fiverr does. I think you can get labels from Fiverr too. Vistaprint, Fiverr, and it's another place. Oh, it's another place called I think it's called WePrint or iPrint. I don't know if it's I think it's WePrint. So I've been on there before too. And another place called Avery. So you got WePrint, you got Avery, you got Fiverr, you got Vistaprint. Those places right there where you can get your labels and logos done. And another place where I got some logos before was called I think it's called Free Logo Services. I think it's at freelogoservices.com. I think you can get I think you can get a free logo right there.
So
I
now
think
I
it
like
is.
to place my lip gloss tubes into this basket, and this is where I
So
keep my
she
all
clean
my
them
lip
all
gloss,
up, and then
and that is what I do. I just place them in there.
she probably did put the label on. Then you can also get your labels. Get your and once you have your
So
vendor,
this is the end of the episode. I hope
they
you
can
guys
put
like
labels
this
on the
video. Please
products
follow
for
me on
you
Instagram
on those little
and
tubes.
subscribe to my channel.
But they do have a
And
sticker
take care,
kind.
well,
The
and
clear
thank you for
sticker kind.
watching. And I'll be back for more.
Clear sticker kind,
And
so
don't
you can
forget
stick.
to
So I'll
guys
probably
to
start out with
off from
the
my
clear
website.
kind, but
Link
I'll
will
see
be
what's
down
happening.
description below.
I have to get into my research and then my business plan / marketing plan because I want to map this thing out right this time. Because sometimes you want to make sure you lay everything out, write everything down. Your business plan, marketing plan, because you don't want to get beat out of no money. Because when it comes to business, they sure can beat you out your money. And you definitely don't want that to happen. You know that when it comes to business, they can beat you out your money, and not only that, you can spend. You don't want to spend money on a whole lot of inventory, and come to find out that you couldn't sell nothing. No, you couldn't sell nothing. I know I was. I had a business where I was. I went on YouTube and I learned how to make wigs. I purchased these bundles, so these bundles, they still on my, this is just part, these bundles are part of my, my hair care line. I have bundles that I do market. So I used to make wigs out of the bundles, but I don't make big wigs no more, but, I learned how to make those wigs, and I was trying to market. That business didn't take off too well, so I said, so this time, because that time I didn't write down no marketing plan / business plan, but this time, that's exactly what I want to do. And see how she have her plate ready? So you got your plate, she cleans the table off, and then they also have they have the kits, in case somebody want to start their business. If you want to start a lip gloss business, they sell the kits that everything in it that you need to start your line. So right, yeah, I know. Amazon, everything you want. Amazon have those lip gloss making kits. Check them out if you want to start yourself a lip gloss business, whatever business you want. Amazon has everything. And also Walmart, Kmart, they have business items too. So they put your gloves on because this is a real sticky business to be in. So, business, whatever type of business you want to run, do your research. I'm going to do my research. I'm going to be a little more well informed this time because, I lost not a whole lot of money, but, sometimes you don't have a lot of money and you're just trying to get your feet off the ground. You figure you say, look, I'm trying to increase my way of living, but sometimes you can be trying to increase your way of living through building up your finances and your ideas and your whatever you want to do, but then you always have somebody out there that don't care about that. They're trying to knock you right back down a page. So put the base in there first. You put the base in first.
Now the one I just put in there is my castor oil.
Okay, you can use castor oil. So you put the base first, then put the castor oil. Well, some of them use grapeseed oil too.
The specialists are amazing for mixing gloss. I definitely need to invest in some more. I'm just gonna mix.
So you put the base, so everything will be in the kit. If you want to start a lip gloss business, they have the kits that they sell. I don't know if they call them marketing kits, what they call them, wholesale kits, marketing kits. So she put the base in first, then she put the castor oil. Looks like she used 2 different types of oil. So in other words, it's putting that oil in and it keeps things lubricated because it's good to do your research because that way, because that lip gloss is going on your lips. So I want to go the all natural way. So if I get into that type of business, I want to put all natural ingredients in my product because I know that it's going on your lips. You want healthy stuff. You want healthy products going on your lips and your customers' lips. So I want to do all natural lip gloss. So she has to, when she put everything in there, she find that it's a little too thick. Then she has to add a little more oil, so thin it out a little bit. You don't want it too thin and you don't want it too thick. So I'm still in the research phase of my business. So my research phase. So I'm in the research phase and I want to make sure I do a little better planning this time because once you spend your money, they're not gonna give it back. Believe that. So you want to be sure.
Disclaimer: making gloss is very messy, even wearing gloves. So I always keep some Lysol.
Yeah. So as she said, she always keep Lysol wipes because it's still messy, even if you're wearing gloves. So business, everybody I know that is not interested in business. So it's basically, you got your business license. Actually, your business name. You want to register your business name. Have the proper licenses. I want to see because I'm hoping that you don't have to get a whole lot of licenses. I know that they told me last time I needed an operating license. They went and basically they didn't get the first license. Basically, what they did was LegalZoom. What they did was put claim on the name that I picked. Then I had to get an operating license, so I didn't do that. So, but I didn't understand why they charging me $600 just to put a claim on a business name. A lady down at Consumer Regulatory Affairs, she said, Ms. Hubbard, you could have did that yourself. All you do is go to the website. It might cost you about a couple $100. You could apply for the business license yourself. But then they want you to, pay for the business license. And then you gotta go. You might need an occupancy permit. You might have to go to the health department, depending on. So they probably had to deal with the health department too when you're making products, selling food, and then you have to pay for a registered agent. You have to pay. LegalZoom told me I had to pay $250 every year for a registered agent. And I'm like, why do we need a registered agent to give them $250 a year? Then you have to renew your business license every other year, so then you have to get inventory, so it's just a whole lot. That's exactly why they say plan, because those fees are nothing to play with. See how she got it? Nice. She want to make sure she get the right consistency before she start filling her tubes up. So I want to say, YouTubers, thanks for joining me. I'm at 1 hour and 3 minutes, so I don't want to go over too long. And my mouth is getting dry, so I always try to have me something to drink,
So pretty. I cannot wait until.
So I ran out of my little Lala drinks. Because I drink them every day. So my son here went to the store for me and bought some, but. And he bought me those, when was it? The day is Sunday. Probably like Tuesday, I believe. Yeah, I think he bought me those Tuesday, so today's Sunday, so tomorrow's Monday, so hey, I need some more for the week. But I know they probably say, look, Mom, we're not gonna keep on running to the store for you. It's not too fast. We'll go, but we don't want to go back to back. I understand. Now they didn't say it, but I'm just, that's me, really. Mom, we ain't gonna keep on running to the store for you, But nah, they'll go if I need. They'll go if I need them. But so she just put, color and pigmentation and color. But so thanks for joining me today. And I want to say I did finish my taxes today. But they said we got July. I think it's July 15th. They gave us Trump extended the deadline another month. So I guess everybody's still waiting for those stimulus checks. So what they're telling, what I heard, somebody told me, a friend of mine said, well, actually no, my brother told me. said you need to call the IRS tomorrow and make sure they have your right address. Because a lot of people, they might not have your address. So if you're not sure or whether or not the IRS has your correct address, then maybe you need to call, because they do have a customer service number. Because I was watching a video today too, also this guy, he said you might want to call the IRS and make sure they have your current address. And you know, because some people, they might have to mail their checks, but you know, if you did your taxes and you receive your taxes with on your debit card, then you then they probably put your money on your you know, your debit card. So I did my taxes last year, and this is the card they put my money on. So the IRS does have my you know, IRS. So you know, I'm not worried about nobody seeing the number. You know, so that's cool. But it's tax layer. You know, so tax layer. So they put the money on here last year. So if you're not sure and you don't, you know, you might want to check. Because they are going to send out checks, and they, you know, they don't have people's addresses. It would be a good thing for people to call, but they don't want the people to flood the phone lines. But you know, I will call. I'm going to call and make sure they have my address. And then they're talking about you know, making sure we get some more money. Or they're doing a fourth stimulus package. They're doing a fourth stimulus package, and they what's in the plan is to give us some more money. Because they know this coronavirus, the one stimulus check is good, but we're going to need more than that. So they probably going to give us some money for the duration of this coronavirus until they get it contained, until it reaches its peak. Once the coronavirus reaches its peak, so I just ask God to pray for us, and God, thank you for waking me up this morning, starting me on my way. God, I hope and pray that you can please get rid of this coronavirus, wash it off the face of this earth, God. God, yes. And because it's just too much. It's just too much. It's just something we never expected. Something we never expected in a million years. Something like this caught everybody off guard. Because I thought polio and diphtheria and all those measles, mumps, rubella, I thought we had a rough time when those were, you know, remember those were in existence? I know we had a rough time then, because polio was really something else. Polio crippled people. You know, if you didn't have your polio, you know, they put the little liquid in the tube. So, you know, if you didn't have your polio, then that was bad, you know, polio vaccination. But they had back then in those days, they gave us liquid. So they said have you purchase that, you know, buy the kit, the lip gloss kit, you know, Amazon, they had the kits too. You can start your own little lip gloss business. I mean, you may want a t-shirt business, you know, whatever retail business you want. I would like to sell a lot of socks too. Different color socks. Men, women, and children's socks, all different colors and sizes. And so I know a gentleman, he was on YouTube, him and his son started a sock business, and they made millions. So selling all different color socks. There's nothing but socks in the whole business. So I want to say thanks for joining me today. It's almost time for me to go to bed. I know it is getting late. Thanks for joining me today. So she just filling up her tubes with lip gloss, and she probably put her labels on. But thanks for joining me today. So glad you could be here. The Cheryl Hubbard Show. And I want to see you all on my next video. And also, can you comment down below, subscribe, and another thing, if you want me to review any products, like stuff like this, I'll be glad to do it. I'll do stuff like that. I can review. If you need me to review any products that you have, I'll put a link down in the, I'll put a link down in the, I think it's the hashtag down below. But, thanks for joining me. Glad to see you. Cheryl Hubbard Show. Any products you need me to review, let me know. I don't have a post office box right now, but I will get one. I don't think I need one right now, but if I have a request, to review any products, then I'll get me a post office box. But I don't want to just pay a fee on a post office box and I'm not using it, because they are very expensive. I think over here in Washington D.C., I believe they charge like they're not that expensive. I think it's like $60-something for every 3 months. But I don't want to pay that if I'm not going to be using it. When I can have my mail come to my house, but when it comes to my business ventures and my business dealings, I want to have my post office box. But I don't have one right now. But since she's feeling the tubes, she probably once she clean them, then she'll put her labels on them. So they look so beautiful when they put the labels on. But I watch this type of stuff all day, so it's very inspiring. So I have an interest in this business and maybe a t-shirt business, some type of retail business. I like headbands. I like t-shirts. I like, all different kind of colors of socks. Jeans, even these here, scarves. I don't wear makeup, so I don't want to get into makeup, but I do wear the little eyebrow. I don't wear no lipstick or none of that, but I like my eyebrow. This just a little eyebrow pencil. So that's all I do. I don't put no makeup or none of that stuff on. But thanks for joining me today. Hope to see you again, back here again, same place, same time, same channel, the Cheryl Hubbard Show. And you all have a good one.